let's make some loops. I'm going to start with my go-to grand piano here. So in a lot of my videos, I will lay things down in the piano roll by clicking it, but I actually really just like to play it. It's just whenever I'm not recording, I'll just play it. So I'm going to actually do that now. It just feels more natural to play it. So I'm going to find me a tempo and just do that. Let's change the timing too. Let's go to something like 3/4. So instead of laying it down in the piano roll, I'm going to actually lay it down in Edison. Make it to where I have to stick with what I'm doing. I think for me, it just kind of sets it in stone. I have Edison on track 1, and whenever I press record, you won't hear the clicks or the pulse. Let's go ahead and make it the length of what it should be. So take this and just end it here, maybe somewhere like that. And let's take that first instance off right here at the beginning. Go ahead and just name it something here. Take that, drop it in the piano roll, or playlist, should I say. And it sounds more realistic because it's been actually played. So we'll start there and let's see. Let's try and add some things to this. So I found this string here. It's in the string section here in your packs. And I'm going to send it to 1 as well. So we're going to be able to record that in the Edison again. And we can just start recording again. Turn our metronome on. And let's come up with the melody. So I like that second take that I did. I want to say it started here. Let's take that. We'll actually name it strings. We'll just drag that piece out here as well. And let's just kind of get it on time. And it doesn't have to be perfect. You know, it's played, you know, it just got to be close is what I say. Definitely makes it feel real when you do it that way. Now let's find something to put with this. Let's find the bass. All right, so I found this bass from the packs again, and I'm just going to do a little adjusting to it. So you see the root note here is actually A or an A, but that A down here is going to make it too high, so we'll put it at this A. So when we play our little notes, it sounds like that. And now you can hear it's kind of ringing out some, so we're going to adjust our envelope on it as well. And to kind of make it sound more realistic, we'll adjust the pitch on it. Bring all of these down. And then we'll kind of open up the decay a little bit. So now it sounds like somebody's actually playing like they're using their finger with it. And you don't have to cut it up that high. You can cut it down if you want to as well to get you the same effect. It's just going to sound a little different. Sounds like the pad of the finger. And this sounds more plucky. So I like that pluck, so I'm going to use it, and I'm going to find a rhythm to play along with it. I like that. It's a little off time, but we can always fix that. Drag it in here like this. Let's go ahead and S, and let's get it started right where it should. What we can do is we can go here, C, chop this part out, just move it slightly. Once again, we're not worrying too much about it being offbeat because we're gonna we're gonna do more to this. And we're also not worrying about the sound too much. We'll put it through a compressor, bring all the volumes just a little closer. But right now we're just kind of laying down the idea. I'm thinking maybe putting a Rhodes, not a Rhodes, electric piano. So let's see. I have this. We can use the electric here. And let's just kind of see what it would sound like with the electric piano. All right, I like that. So I'm going to take this second part here that I did, and we'll use it. All right, so we got some basic things down. And I think what I'll do is I'll go ahead and send these to their own mixer track here, and we can start adding like some effects to kind of clean it up, and then maybe we'll add some ear candy to it and whatnot. So maybe even the guitar. We'll see. First things first, let's go ahead and single out the piano here. So I want it to sound a little bit more full than it is. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to throw a compressor on it, a fruity compressor. That sounds good. Next, let's throw on this EQ here. And I'm not going to do a cut. I'm just going to do a shelf. Because I really like that low end that it has. I just don't want it to be too much. And I'm going to do something. It's another plugin that I'm going to show you next that I use. And it kind of helps kind of boost that low end some. This is the muddy area. Check that out. It sounds a little bit more clean when you take that muddy area out, and we don't have to actually boost anything else on the frequency there. This is a native plugin on FL Studio. It's called Low Lifter, and what I want to do with it, I brought it down on the EQ, but I want to kind of boost it this way. With this, it makes it a little bit more warm. They got some pretty good presets here, but I'm just going to work with it how I see it here. So I'm going to bring our cutoff to about there. And what we'll do is we'll bring our slope maybe down a little bit. Pre-gain, go ahead and bring it in some. And we can actually change the depth. All right, let's add some reverb to it. And I'm going to go and use just a regular fruity reverb. No, I won't. I'll actually use this Luxverb. Luxverb is a beautiful reverb. If you haven't used this yet, I don't know what you're waiting on. So they got plates and different things. I'm going to go with a dark plate on this. Cut this decay down just a little bit. And there's a wet dry knob here. I'm going to cut that dry knob down. Then I'm going to blend it in, of course, right here. Kind of feels old-timey if you ask me. And that's pretty much all I want to do to that piano. Let's go ahead and bring in our strings here. Bring the volume down on it some. And I want these strings to kind of sit in the back. First thing I want to do is I'm actually going to move these to the left here. Then I'm going to throw on this EQ. I'm going to try something. I want to use that old telephone effect on it. It almost sounds like it's far away when you do that. And then throw on another instance of Luxverb. We'll do a different preset this time. Actually, I like where it is here. I'm just going to do some adjustments with this. See how it's kind of long? Bring it down some. Bring this down and blend it in. We actually should probably throw on a compressor on this because it's it's kind of all over the place. That's a bit aggressive, but we needed it to be aggressive. So there's that. And then the next thing is that bass. I'm going to love this part. So with the bass, first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to add on the EQ. And with the EQ, we want to kind of utilize this area, but we want to leave out some of that mud. So let's go find that mud first. Let's go ahead and throw a compressor on that too. We're gonna bring the attack down, release up. Let's find our threshold. That one little part is kind of soon here. Another thing we want to do with the bass is we want to throw on a distortion. Go ahead and turn that pre all the way up. We'll turn this post down for right now and just kind of listen for what we're looking for. Let's use another low lifter here. All right, and when it comes to the electric piano, I'm actually not going to do much. I'm just going to turn it down and I'm going to just pan it to the right. And just take out some of that low end. I don't think I need to add another EQ like that. I just take it out like right here. Yep, and that is pretty much the sample right now. I'm thinking I want to add maybe a guitar in there. So I go to my handy dandy acoustic guitar, classic acoustic, and it should be linked already, that knob, right? And we're going to have to actually send this to its own mixer track first. And we have Edison on one, but we need to put hardcore above Edison, so we'll open up a new slot. Let's go ahead and go to hardcore blues. And we'll go ahead and turn it down, so it's going to be super loud. Go back and open up Edison here. So what I did was I just play a whole bunch of stuff in here, and I'm just kind of, oh, I got it so loud. I'm going to just hit normalize here. And now I'm going to just kind of sift through what I like and don't like, and, you know, use what I like and don't use what I don't like. So I want to try something different with this low lifter on the bass. I'm actually going to send it to a new track. I'm just going to basically make a bass bus. I just copied it there, and I'll go to my bass and actually delete it off the bass. Then I'm going to send it from the bass to that channel now, which is this channel right here, and we'll feed that bass into it. So and then we'll go here and add a little distortion onto that part. And now what I'll do is I'll actually go over here to my master channel, and I'll go ahead and highlight this and hit Alt-R. And now that we have this, we can get even more creative with it. But this is just a little basic sample, something easy, simple to make. If I wanted to change the time or so it is in 3/4. What I would do with it, I would just go over here. I would go to resample and turn it to stretch. Then I would go over here to my options, general settings, either one of those, hit project, and change this back to 4. And now we have it in 4/4 timing, but it's an odd length here. So what we can do is go to here, and we can either shorten it, make it an even 2 bars. and we could just sample it, or we could slow it down even. Just sample it and make it sound more old school by adding more effects, say something like vintage fader on it. Let's go ahead and stretch it back to 2 here. Vintage phaser. I actually like this plugin. It's a native FL Studio plugin. And just kind of do some different things with it here. Add some noise. And we could just sample this. It's so much that you can actually do to this, but you just simply make a sample. Then you could just sample your own sample. That's kind of how you make like an old school vintage sample. And I'll probably sample this in my next video. So come back and watch that one. I think you'll like it. Thank y'all so much for watching, tuning in. I hope y'all learned something in here. It's really just a process. It's nothing fancy, nothing too extravagant. You just got to get in there and start doing something. Even if you don't have anything, start somewhere. There's no right or wrong way to do this, but you just got to do it. So that's all I have for you guys. I'll see you in the next video.